Hey guys, welcome back to Technology, and in today's video we'll be doing the review of the Overture 3D PETG filament. In the last video I received an Amazon package containing some PLA from Overture, and along with it came some PETG. In this video I'll be reviewing the PETG that they sent with the PLA. It comes in the same packaging, and in the last video you may have seen that I had another box above the PLA. This was the PETG. So let's open it up. The package is pretty standard. It came in this pretty much the identical packaging to the PLA, other than the information stating that it's a PETG filament. Inside we get pretty much the exact same, the little business card ruler thing, and the frequently asked questions. Expect a troubleshooting video on the PETG later on. We also get the build tack, which is a very nice thing to include. We also get a metallic seal. So I think this may be because PETG is very hygroscopic, so they wanted to keep as much moisture as they could out of the filament. So let's open up the PETG spool. I cut the package open and air rushes in. This is a good sign that it was properly sealed, airtight. I open it up, and to my surprise, the spool is actually wound onto the spool properly. The filament is wound onto the spool properly. Sorry about that. We also get the silica gel, and we get the pretty much the exact same spool that they used for the PLA, other than the different PETG settings and information. So let's take a closer look at this filament. We get the information and the company's logo. We get information such as the printers that can be used on, the accuracy, the size of the filament. We also get the printing temperature for the bed and nozzle. We also get the gauges, very helpful gauges that tell us how much filament is left in grams and in meters. Other than that, a pretty simple spool. The only other place I've seen this filament is in the Amazon Basics filament. They have a pretty similar design. Overture might be supplying Amazon with their filament, so that is a possibility. Before I started printing anything, I wanted to check that because this is consistency of the filament. They stated 0.05. I got a pretty good consistency with 1.7 millimeters almost the whole time. I then loaded up a Cura model into Cura, or an STL, and I put it into my 3D printer using Octoprint, and it started printing right away. This first print was a Benchy, and I printed 4 test models to test today with this filament. So once again, I printed 4 models, first one being a Benchy, and it came out surprisingly well for my first PETG print. It had some stringing, but that's pretty known for PETG. I did not experience any warping with my first print, and overall a good print. There was a bit of balling though on the edges and some missed layers. So a pretty good first print, but the only issues were normal issues with PETG. So you'll find this with any PETG. The next print I did was a little fan case for my 3D printer since my old fan broke. So it missed a couple of layers, but the stepping was very well. It printed very well with this print. Other than the little bars on the side that I made, pretty good print. One missed layer on the left, but it was quite smooth. Now I printed a frog this time, which is very detailed. And it came out pretty well. The head was really well, the bottom was really well, but the little legs had minor defects. and layer mist extrusion, which caused the legs to break off after I tested this model. So smaller parts had a small trouble with printing. The final print I did was this little Marvin keychain from 3D Hubs, and the only problem that this print had was the little keychain thing was it had a little bit of mist extrusion up near the top. Other than that, it was a pretty good final print. I was satisfied with the results with these, and pretty good for this print. So what do I say about this filament? Well, overall, it's a pretty good filament. It has some minor flaws, but these flaws are mostly an issue with PETG itself. You will commonly find these problems in most PETG filaments, even Prusament, which is a premium brand by Prusa himself. And I wouldn't necessarily use this PETG or any PETG for a very detailed model, but mostly for structural or prints that you need high heat resistance for. So maybe for like GoPro mounts or prototyping. For more detailed prints, I'd probably recommend their PLA or any other PLA. It just doesn't really do the job for high quality prints, but it does. It's very strong. The prints are strong as long as you don't have any mist extrusion layers, which is a small problem. But it is very heat resistant also. So I would recommend this. It comes at a very low price for what you get, and mind you, you also get that little build tack thing, and that's pretty good because build tacks are like they're like $20 for one build tack or one or three build tacks, depending on what brand you get. For the actual build tack, they're pretty expensive, but once again, what you're getting a pretty good filament for like $20. I would definitely recommend this to anyone. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.